2 weeks of racing, and we missed a lot of action because we were at the Circuit Ricardo Tormo at Valencia in Spain for the NASCAR Wheel Enduro Series season opener. Sorry for that. You've not heard us the past 2 weeks, so we have that mammoth episode now coming with all the stuff we missed. My name is André Wiegold, and of course with me, Luca Guiglia.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Europeans Watching American Racing. Man, those were a couple of extremely busy weeks, and we apologize for that. We're gonna try to do better, but we have plenty of action. Boy, we missed a lot of stuff, from NASCAR to Indycar to IMSA to NHRA. Wow, we have plenty to talk about. Here we go, let's get started.
Yeah, we start with the NASCAR Cup Series, and I think right in the order the races were, so we have to start with Darlington. We missed the Darlington race, and first question I have, what was your favorite throwback paint scheme?
You know, I always go with a classic one. But no, I actually have a better one. The classic one was the 24, of course, because that. But nope, the Trackhouse team did a fantastic job with those two liveries, inspired by the only time by the time the Leonard Senior and the Leonard Junior raced together in Japan.
Yeah,
those were a brilliant idea.
And very important there, the red car was the one of Dale Earnhardt Sr. and the black car was the one from Junior. So they switched the paint schemes for Japan just to go there and confuse people.
Yeah, those were, yes. But that was a brilliant idea. Brilliant.
My favorite one was the one by Qualy LaJoie, the 777 from Marty Robbins, the singer who did some NASCAR races, I think in the 60s and 70s. I like this 777 there. It was amazing paint scheme. But basically there were a lot of schemes. They were just fantastic. When I think about Petty GMS racing with the 42 and 43, Lee and Richard Petty and stuff like this. So we can do a lone episode just about the paint schemes, but we have to go with the action on the track. Darlington, it was an amazing race in my opinion with the next gen car. One of the best Darlington races we had since years, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely agree. The next gen car worked perfectly at Darlington, and it always happens in my mind when you have a track you have to race against. It's not just you and the opponents, it's you, the track, the tires, the situation, the temperatures. It was a fantastic Darlington race.
Yes, definitely. We had, the Lady in Black, the track too tough to tame, all the nicknames that track has. It's an X-shaped track because the owner of the land there around didn't want to destruct the ponds there. The lakes, little ones, for the fishes. So the new owner of the Darlington Speedway had to, shape it like an egg. And it was a nice race. It started with Richard Petty waving the green flag. I think that's worth to be mentioned. And then we had Brad Keselowski again spinning twice in a race. This is something. This is something in 2022.
Yeah, exactly. But Ben, did you notice Richard Petty was also in the booth for stage one, and they had 3 different former drivers in the booth for each stage. And man, I still struggle to understand Richard Petty's English, but boy, he speaks like he's singing.
Yeah,
Southern accent is so cool to have him to listen to the man. He's a treasure.
And also, he had to remove his hat for waving the green flag because I think there was one time it flew away, so he had a base cap on it. And when I saw him, I thought, oh, is that Kyle Petty?
No, it's Richard.
Yeah, it's Richard Petty. And also when Bill Elliott was on TV and he was talking, Bill Elliott is also one of those guys. It's quite hard to understand for a non-English speaking person like me to understand the southern accent of Bill Elliott.
Yeah, and who was the third? Our friend Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby Labonte. And he was easy to understand.
Yes. But you know, for a throwback weekend, even if the accent, even if they have a really southern accent, it's so cool to listen to those legends.
Yeah.
They all have a different view on the sport, and how the drivers behave, but you can see, you can hear from their voice, the passion is there
Yeah.
for all of them, and they are really treasures. We have to keep them.
Let's do a fast forward. The
Yeah.
race. First stage win for Joey Logano in 2022. First ever in Darlington in stage number 1. We had Kyle Larson out in stage 2 with engine problems. Then the second spin by Brad Keselowski, like I already said, after a contact with Kyle Busch, and Kyle Busch is doing Kyle Busch things, parking his car in the pit road and just leave it alone. It's Kyle Busch.
And I think
Last time he almost ran people over, so it's better to park the car.
Yeah, exactly. That was the callback. He said, okay, last time you gave me a fine because I almost ran people over. Okay, I leave the car here. You know it.
Yeah, it was like, here's the key. Don't do a scratch to it, please. And yeah, I'm out.
Oh, man. He is, we say it every episode, but he is the best heel in motorsports.
Yeah.
You want a bad guy? You got him.
Definitely. Stage 2 went to Ross Chastain ahead of Martin Truex Jr. And after the restart for the final stage, Ross Chastain lost control of his car and crashed into the wall. So he was on a very good run again, but yeah, he cannot be in the top 5 all the time. This time it happened to him. He crashed the car. And then we had, with 33 to go, a little big one, let's call it like this, with both 2311 cars involved, Bubba Wallace and Kurt Busch, also Cole Custer and Martin Truex Jr. So good cars destroyed there. And then let's go to the final lap. And now we have the controversy. Was it Joey Logano pushed William Byron into the wall to grab the win? Was it too much? Was it too heavy? Was it dirty? Or was it just the bump and run you expected?
To me, it was slight. Well, William Byron was leading. When they got to turn 3, Joey Logano just drove straight through him. To me, it was a little bit too much. It was more than a bump and run. It was just away. Just put him away and go. In my opinion, honestly, I can understand, of course, because with the current system, winning gives you a place in the playoffs, and so everybody thinks every driver will do the same probably. Honestly, I would have preferred if Joey would have at least tried to pass him.
Yeah.
At least a little bit, not just dump him and go. What do you think?
Yeah, we were in the commentary booth at Motorvision TV and German TV, and we were standing. We were not sitting anymore, and we were expecting that. And it reminded me of the situation at Bristol when we had Tyler Reddick and Chase Briscoe. And the thing there was they were shaking hands, and everything was fine, and everybody was okay with the hard fighting and the rubbing and the bumping. And what I thought, and I'm a fan of the 24 car, why didn't he run away? He made a mistake letting Joey Logano get so close. So basically, William Byron had it in his own hands when he was, I think 5 laps to go. He had more than 2 seconds it's 2-second advantage on Joey Logano. So first of all, he made a mistake letting Logano getting so close to him. In the end, Logano did what he had to do. We were 100% sure that the bump and run was coming. It was a little bit hard, to be honest. I think the problem is here at a track like Darlington, there's the wall next to the car. So there was no room to have a bump and run without the wall included. I don't think that the bump and run was too hard, because when we see it on other tracks, there would have been plenty of room for the car to not hit the wall. Darlington is something else. If you hit a car, if you do a bump and run, the other one is forced to hit the wall.
Yeah, of course, because the fast lane. The fast lane is the outside one. You have to go very close to the wall. I agree, but anyways, I felt the sensation was a little bit harsh.
Yeah.
Maybe. It just dumped him. And of course, Logano justified it with calling back to a maneuver Byron did on him on restart when he squeezed him against the wall. So it felt Logano felt it was justified. Who am I to disagree?
Yeah, payback time. But then
Yes.
we saw a youngster, William Byron, who was very quiet in the past. Never said something interesting, but then he said idiot and some other insults to Logano. And I think
Jeff Gordon, I think he said, "I know,"
Yeah.
something like that. Oops.
So this is going to be very interesting. Let's
Yeah.
let's make the transition to Kansas, because we have to be
Yes.
very quick today. Kansas Speedway, another 1.5-mile oval. I love Kansas, one of the best ones we have in the calendar, but some people might disagree. What do you think?
But I feel that Kansas, a little bit like Chicagoland, is one of those 1.5 milers I like. They produce good racing.
Yep.
Differently from, let's say, Texas.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
back to Kansas.
Yes, we had Chase Briscoe spinning. We had Daniel Sars out of the race, being fourth when he spins. Stage 1 won by Kyle Busch. Then we had Tyler Reddick hitting the wall, the 24. As a leader, William Byron with a flat tire. Again, a lot of tire issues at Kansas. Kevin Harvick spinning, coming off pit road. We had the 43 marathon of getting a tire off a car. with what the hell went there? Really, I was expecting somehow a big giant machine coming to rip that tire off, or they just leave the car there like Kyle Busch and say, "Okay, that's it. I don't care anymore. Let's leave the car there."
Yeah, me too. I was kind of expecting a giant saw to cut it out and get rid of it. I don't know, but then we had an awesome battle for the win.
Yes,
really great stuff.
By the way, stage 2 was won by Kurt Busch ahead of his brother Kyle Busch, and then we had Larson versus Kurt Busch with 86 to go, and Kyle Larson, I think, more than one time brushed the wall.
You can count on him. The man was incredible. Couldn't win. The win went to Kurt Busch, and Kurt, I just quickly counted. He won races for Jack Roush, Roger Penske, Stuart Haas Racing, Chip Ganassi, and now Danny Hamlin and Michael Jordan. Man, if you have a new team,
and he did not win with Furniture Row Racing, but he got that team on speed, definitely on pace.
Yes. So, man, if you have a new team, you know who to hire. I think I counted 2 teams he didn't win for Furniture Row Racing, and as you said, he brought them out of speed, and Phoenix Racing.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's okay. Phoenix Racing, to win a race with that team, it was very, very tough. But Kurt Busch, very nice, and it's like the big one. It's not about if he wins, it's about when he wins.
Yes. Oh, and plenty of Toyotas in the top 5 at the end of the race, because Kurt beat Kyle Larson, and then Kyle Busch, Danny Hamlin, and Christopher Bell.
Yeah,
that's plenty of Toyotas. They are getting it right now. Huh? They are steering the ship in the right direction.
I think it was a decent race. It was a solid race. I really liked it when I saw it. And with Kurt Busch, another one on the winners list. So this is going to be very interesting for the playoffs.
Absolutely, and it's great for 2311 to deliver a win with another win. Finally in 2022, after a bad couple of races, bad luck. Still, lots of pressure on Bubba Wallace now.
Yeah,
because we could say that anywhere any teammate of Kurt Busch has pressure.
Yeah,
because Kurt.
Yeah, definitely.
He's simply
totally
one of the best drivers out there.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Texas All-Star race. It's all about the money.
Should we?
Yeah,
really?
we have to. It's all about the money. $1 million cash on the line. And we had some Blaney and Chastain close calls. A nice save by Blaney. We can go through the stages, but I think this is not really interesting. The interesting thing is the overtime. We saw Ryan Blaney almost crossing the finish line, and then the checkered flag away, and we had the yellow flag. And the race was not over. Ryan Blaney thought it was over, so he removed the window net. He tried to put it somehow back up, and we had the overtime. Ryan Blaney, to be honest, he was the race winner. Definitely, he was the best driver of that race.
Yes, I agree, but how we got there is totally, definitely, absolutely wrong. I don't know, man. They threw a caution. Okay, they erred on the side of safety, so they saw cars standing, I think on the apron or something, and from the race control tower they threw the yellow 20 meters before the checkered flag. Okay, fine. They erred on the side of safety, sure. But when you see Ryan Blaney taking down the window net, the option there should have been let him come to pit road, have a crew member fix the window net, and then decide if you want to give him back his position or not.
Yeah, we are in the All-Star race. Make a rule up. Nobody cares.
Exactly. But keep the driver safe.
Yeah.
That way, it was not properly installed. And honestly, I have to agree with Danny Hamlin, who after the race said, there's a rule, use the rule.
Yeah.
Why should we let someone go without the safety net?
And we have seen how important a safety net can be with the crash with Ross Chastain, who jumped over the 18 car and hit Chase Elliott. He jumped over it. Now, just think about your arm is not 100% right in the car because you don't have a window net. You sit something like this. I don't know why you should do that, but maybe you see in the mirror or in the video cam, oh, there's a guy coming. You do something like this. Your arm is a little bit outside and the car hits you there.
Or the car rolls.
Yeah.
Your car rolls, barrel rolls, your arm, you remember, you all have seen
Petty.
probably the clip of Richard Petty at Darlington. It was scary, super scary, and that's the origin of the window net. But honestly, it's the All-Star race. There's really no points,
yeah, $1 million. But come on, that $1 million is something they do in a month.
Yeah, exactly. Just in merchandising.
Yeah.
No, but bring it down to pit lane. Let the mechanic fix it. Send him back. Yeah. I'm not discussing the caution because the opportunity to wait for 100 meters or not. If they felt there was danger on track, throw the caution. It's the timing is unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But in a points race, bring it to pit road at the end of the longest line, no problem. In an All-Star race, make a rule up. I don't care.
Yeah, me neither. It was, anyways, it was an awful race until then, huh? Yeah. Except for a couple of...
Yes. Today, I have to be honest. Today we have notes, and we have shared notes today because it's so much stuff we have to do. And you wrote, can Texas Motor Speedway be saved? And I want to... Yeah, it's okay because... we have the PJ1 there. You're right. You have it in your notes. It's bad for the Indycar, and it's not working for NASCAR. So what can be done for Texas to be more interesting? I think after they saw the Atlanta Super Speedway light race, they had already the phone in the hand. Can we have something like that, please?
Yeah. And then we have two more Super Speedway races. Oh. No, but honestly, there's... The Xfinity race was not that bad. Why is Texas delivering this kind of bad shows? It is, I think it's a mix between aerodynamics, the banking, the PJ1. It's a bad mix at the moment. And frankly speaking, I'm all for rotating the All-Star race tracks.
Yeah.
And why? Let's try something different. Okay, it's one boring race. This year we had fantastic races in the Cup Series. One boring race should not ruin the entire product. But when I think, okay, next year they're going to do it again,
I skip it.
Yes.
There are highlights. There are highlights, 10 minutes. It's okay.
That's it.
Should I lie? Really? Never. Of course, the All-Star race is at a bad time for Europe as well because you have to be awake a long time. It's in the night. So when I know exactly, okay, this is not going to be that amazing race, I skip it, watch it relive full if I want to, and if I don't have the time, I check the highlights, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna skip it as well. I'm not even gonna rewatch it in the morning.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Nope. But maybe I'm sure Eddie Gossage will come up with something creative. Absolutely. Yes. And I really hope for them that they find it.
Yeah, maybe
Wicked.
maybe you have to change the banking a little bit. Maybe you have to reconfigure the other parts of the track. Maybe just try something. And if you be really really brave, you get rid of another 1.5 milers and do something very interesting out of it.
Yep. Totally agree.
But we will see. We will see.
Yes.
You're okay with the Cup Series? It's a very fast forward, but we have to be quick today because we have.
Where are we racing this weekend?
Where are we racing? Charlotte. Yes, of course, the Coke 600. It's Indy 500.
Okay.
This is the thing, it's Indy 500. It's the Coke 600. But interesting in the history of that race, they wanted to be the rival of the Indy 500, but still it's Indy 500. That's why there's the Charlotte race.
Yes. This is why. It's a fascinating race, the longest race of the season, but of course it doesn't have the prestige of the greatest spectacle in racing, and we're talking about it later.
Yeah.
Now, Xfinity.
NASCAR Xfinity Series. We were at Darlington. We had a nice battle in stage 1 with Noah Gragson and Ty Gibbs. It's the battle of the year already. Stage 1 won by Gragson ahead of Gibbs, Barry, Allgaier, and Herbst. Then our good friend Myatt Snyder out of the race, caution number 4 in stage 2. He hit the wall. Also, AJ Allmendinger brushed the wall a little bit. Then we had Alex Labby in the wall and the back bumper of his car flying around. We had Joey Graf Jr. pushed by Anthony Alfredo, the 7th yellow flag of the race. And in stage 2, Gragson won ahead of Gibbs, Allgaier, Nemechek, and Reddick. And then the final stage. Nothing.
I see. Your notes are 2 lines. Stage 2, in the end.
In the end, Justin Allgaier wins ahead of Noah Gragson, Riley Herbst, John Hunter Nemechek, and Sam Mayer. In the end, it was a race. It was okay. It was not bad. It was not bad, but it was not exciting. It was not a firework.
Oh, but good for Justin Allgaier,
yeah,
for sure, because he's been a contender plenty of times lately, and it was his first win since 364 days. So good job for him. Good job for Justin Allgaier and JR Motorsports, of course. I have to say that Xfinity Series always provides a good standard.
Yeah.
Of racing.
The level, the ground level, the basic level is really, really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Texas. Now All-Star
Texas.
race. Now All-Star race, a points race. Normal season race. Interesting, 18 to go in stage 1. Ryan Vargas blew up his engine, and he had a spin earlier in free practice. And when you spin and you lose the connection to the track and you're still on the gas, maybe you over-rev the engine a little bit or something like this. So maybe the engine was already damaged there, but they couldn't figure it out, and that's why the engine blew up in stage number 1. That's what the commentators in the US commentary booth speculated. So it was not my idea, it's the US commentators there. We had CJ McLaughlin spinning 2 times, and also Ty Gibbs sideways. So also the grandson of Joe Gibbs with some issues, something very rare.
Yeah, and it was kind of a strange race because several of the usual suspects had problems, including Noah Gragson, including Ty Gibbs. Not the usual Xfinity Series favorites at the front.
Yeah. Gragson won stage 1 ahead of Allgaier, Allmendinger, Jones, and Hill. In stage 2, we saw Sheldon Creed with a damage at his back. Then we had the end of stage 2 with Barry winning ahead of Allgaier, Byron, Reddick, and Gragson. And there comes already into play. We had William Byron in the race, and we had Tyler Reddick in the race. Not eligible for points. Cup Series drivers trying the Xfinity Series again. We had 80 to go, Barry with the save, but Gibbs and Gregson were spinning. The 6th caution. Then we have the 7th caution. Gregson cars finally wrecked.
Yes.
And we had a flat tire for Justin Allgaier, another contender for the win out of the race. With 30 to go, we had the 11th caution with Alex Levy spinning, collecting Alfredo. I think they went together in the last couple of weeks a lot of times. Bunch more cars also involved. And in the end, Tyler Reddick won ahead of William Byron, Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier, and Austin Hill.
Not a bad race. And one less result available for title contenders. So an ineligible driver won. So the playoff situation, basically, they have one less race to capitalize with.
Yeah, I think about the championship standings. We skip it here because we have to go through the topics. And next episode, we're going to go into the playoff situations. NASCAR Truck Series.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Kansas. We had the Truck Series at Kansas. Perkins spun by Fogelman. I think this looked somehow intentional, or I don't know, spotter miscommunication. What was it?
Give them the benefit of the doubt. Spotter miscommunication.
Okay.
Let's see.
I don't know. Stage 1 won by Heim ahead of Majeski, Zane Smith, Chandler Smith, and Nemechek. Then I have no notes for Stage 2.
Cool.
Zane Smith winning ahead of Heim, Nemechek, Majeski, and Ben Rhodes.
What happened with Ailey Deegan?
Yes.
I see next. Amazing move by Deegan. Tell me, man.
Yeah, the 46 to go. Deegan was 4 wide, battling for 14th position, and she somehow sneaked her way through that interesting pile of cars, and she took over 14th. But then, she was regulated back to, I think, 20th or something like this. So she was not able to hold that position. But she showed there a brave maneuver. It was really, really nice to see.
Good, and I really hope she finds her pace. She struggled a little bit, but she's struggling. She's still struggling. I really hope she finds the pace she deserves.
Yeah. 13 to go. Dean Thompson spun, and we had another caution, and your camera is doing funny things. If you want to watch it, watch it, tune in on YouTube.
You have to tune into YouTube. Yes. I had to move it. Sorry.
The finish in the end: Zane Smith winning ahead of Ty Majeski, Grant Enfinger, Chandler Smith, and Christian Eckes. That was our Kansas race. Anything to add there?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Honestly, I flash forwarded it. Highlights only. Boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Texas, and it's easy. Stage 1, nothing happened except for Ryan Preece winning his first ever stage in a truck race out of Stuart Friesen, Zane Smith,
Ryan.
and Christian Eckes and Chandler Smith. Stage 2 went again to Ryan Preece. Then we had Friesen, Nemechek, Rhodes, and Eckes following, and then we had the usual madness and chaos in stage number 3. Plenty of cautions. Corey Haim got spun on the pit road. We had Chris Wright with a cut tire who hit Tyler Hill. We had Tyler Ankrum with a cut tire after a contact with Austin Wayne Self. We had Rhodes in the wall after a contact with Tanner Gray. And then we had an overtime finish in Texas with a strong, really, really strong last lap by Stuart Friesen, who won the race ahead of Christian Eckes, Ryan Preece, Carsten Hosivar, and Ty Majeski.
I'm really happy for Ryan Preece.
Yeah.
And also Carson Hosivar is doing very well lately.
Yeah.
Good kid. Man, typical truck series race with madness at the end. Wow. Sometimes they deliver the best race. Which one did you prefer? Xfinity or truck series at Texas?
To be honest, I prefer almost all the time the truck series. I don't know why. Maybe it's because those are different cars. In my mind, I have also a different idea. The truck series are the trucks, okay?
Yeah.
Change the Xfinity cars. Go there with the standard road cars, the sedans,
Hmm.
like the Camry, like the Fusion, and the
Hmm.
former SS from Chevrolet. And then in the Cup Series, we have the sports cars.
Camaros, Mustangs, and so on. Yeah.
And put the Supra to the Cup Series and the Camry
Hmm.
back to the Xfinity Series. Then you have a different face, a different brand, a different type of road car in each
Hmm.
series. And I think even when you see it, it makes something different in your head. That's why I like the Truck Series. Those are different cars. The Xfinity cars look too much like the Cup Series cars, and I see boo. And on the other hand, I like the mix of race car drivers in the Truck Series a little bit more than in the Xfinity Series. We have the old experienced drivers against the youngsters in the Truck Series. In the Xfinity Series, we have youngsters and drivers somewhere in nowhere.
Yeah, drivers who couldn't find the best place in Cup Series, and they are still
Yeah.
trying to.
That's
Yeah,
why I like the stories more from the Truck Series. The racing in the Xfinity Series is amazing, but I like the
the
stories more
yeah,
in the trucks.
yeah. The probably the Xfinity series are the most NASCAR cars
Yeah.
out there because of how they behave, because they are old school. The next gen car is a step forward, so they look more like classic NASCAR cars. And the truck series reminds me of the Euro NASCAR 2 division
Yeah.
in the NASCAR Wheel and Euro series. You
Yeah.
never know what could happen the next lap.
No, 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 not even possible to pick a winner there. Not even
Yeah,
possible. Yeah, but
yeah.
basically Truck Series over Xfinity Series. But
Hmm.
we talk about little things, just little things. I mean, I
Yeah.
talked about the look of a car, not about the racing.
Yeah, no, the racing I normally tend to prefer the Xfinity series because they are more powerful and more difficult to control. Less full throttle time.
Yeah.
But both deliver great racing. And I this year I think we had some pretty strong racing across all three championships, except for the All-Star race at Texas. I'm
Um.
gonna say it again.
Yeah. Let's go to the IndyCar series because you mentioned
Woo!
already amazing racing, and I see your notes on that race, and we have to really
See the
condense them.
smile.
Yeah, we have to condense them. How do we
How?
start?
No, how? How do you want to condense it now?
uh,
No, the Indy GP. Okay, put in. You know, it's always like this in motorsport. When it rains, it's more difficult. You get surprises, upsets. Just consider that at Indy, it not only rained, but it rained, it stopped, it rained, it stopped, it rained,
great.
it stopped, it rained, it
Yeah.
stopped. And at some point, they were all on slicks on a damp track. And you saw opposite lock counter steering. Opposite lock counter steering on a single seater with that much power. Just watch it. It's crazy. It's a crazy race. One of the craziest I have seen recently.
I already mentioned YouTube. I try to explain it while I'm doing it with my hands. Colton Herter was trying to control his car, and he pushed down the steering wheel at one point with both hands on the left side to keep it there. And then he somehow released the knot of his hands and his fingers that he made there to regain control when the car was driving straight again. This was amazing. Watch the onboard of Colton Herter when he got sideways, the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift style. You can, the meme. You can put the music under it. Amazing stuff by Colton Herter. Amazing stuff.
Yeah, especially in the first 4 or 5 laps when he was out with slicks on a damp track, and he was just doing magic. If you see my notes, they could be just yeah. And on at some point, we had some drama for usual favorites like Joseph Newgarden was out soon with a cut tire, and problems for VK where Renault's VK had a contact early on lap 20 in restart. But well, the track was drying, so they tried to go long with the set of reds they mounted early. They tried to go long to do a long stint because they expected rain to come again, and that provided even more action, except for Dixon, who finished his fuel on lap 35. But then you had Rossi and Palou gambled mid-race because the rain wasn't coming. They expected it wasn't coming. They gambled and put rain tires on, expecting to recover later when rain came. Nope, it didn't. And Rossi found himself destroying tires. Then we had a contact between the two McLaren teammates on lap 42, and then we had another restart. We had plenty of restart action, and even Dixon at some point on lap 45, Ericsson, Herta, and Dixon went 3 wide in the first corner in the spray, except that Dixon was a lapped car trying to unlap himself.
Yeah.
I don't know. Crazy man. There was a contact between Harvey and Grosjean, and if you have to look at the clip on YouTube, because at some point Grosjean was cruising in the grass in the field, singing "What an idiot."
To be honest, we're not at the end of that race, but
not even close.
Yeah, but we have to say it. The 2022 IndyCar Series season is just amazing.
Yes, beautiful racing, beautiful characters.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Keep going with the notes.
Lap 57. Jimmy Johnson spins, causes a caution. Everybody pits. Everybody puts slicks on, and McLaughlin beats Herta to the line, exiting the pit lane.
But this was a snail race due to the pit limiter. But
yes.
Who's crossing the line first? Who can accelerate first? And then they were side by side coming out of the pit road.
Yes. Boom. I said all on slicks, and Dixon tries the wets because, of course, why not? Lap 62, again under yellow. Now it's raining and heavy. Herta comes in from second place to put rain tires, and some follow him, some other drivers. McLaughlin stays out on slicks, as well as Howard and Elot and Grosjean. Just imagine torrential rain, and this guy leading the field on slicks in the wet. How did it go? Bad. Very bad. The race became a time race because of time limits, and it became a 20-minute race. Howard in the lead on slicks. Herta eats him alive in turn 1. McLaughlin spins in the middle of the pack. Caution again with 13 minutes to go. Visibility, zero.
Yeah.
0. 6 minutes of green flag, and it's a drama everywhere. Ericsson came from the back of the field to the top 5. At some point, we had Montoya running in the top 10, except that he ended up spinning in the grass. Caution, and that was the end of a crazy, unbelievable race. First win of the season for Colton Herta. First win of the season for Honda. How would you sum it up?
Yeah, crazy is a nice word, but also the Pato Award after the contact, he went back to the top 10, something like this. Gambling, strategies, drama. Man, that race had everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything and a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Watch it. There's a very nice 30-minute highlight clip on the official YouTube channel of the NTT IndyCar series. Watch it.
Yeah.
30 minutes very well spent.
Today I'm the strict teacher. Stay in your time limits. Let's go on with the Indy qualifying.
Well, there's plenty of action there as well. Quickest, fastest, most unbelievable qualifying 4-lap average ever for Scott Dixon, the man who tried with the wets on a dry track and with the slicks on a damp track. Yes, 234.046 miles per hour, 376.6 kilometers per hour, man.
You know, when you said earlier in another episode, we're getting a little bit too old for those speeds because we are getting more and more scared that somebody's getting hurt.
Yes.
Ooh, the Indy 500. It's a roller coaster of emotions. It's mixed feelings everywhere for me. When I watch it, I love the spectacle. I love the thrilling. I love the speeds. I love the action. On the other hand, I always fear that somebody gets hurt.
Me too. Me too. And you can feel the drivers do as well.
Yeah.
But they feel like heroes.
Yeah.
And it's not just the risk. Understand me. It's not just the inherent risk, but it's the bravery. It's the fact you can see they do something superhuman.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even try. And you can see the smile on Jimmy Johnson's face when he talks to the microphone and says, "Yeah, I had a moment out there." Yeah, you did. And I was scared.
Yeah.
He did a save in his first lap, a save by, I don't know, 5 millimeters, something like that. Unbelievable. Exiting turn 2, he went so close to the barriers, I held my breath. He's getting comfortable, the man, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Ovals are really good for him in the IndyCar series. So in the future, when they want to add more ovals, Jimmy Johnson says, "Yeah, I'm all for it."
Yes. And back to Scott Dixon.
Yeah.
One more pole. So he recorded the fastest ever 4-lap average. It's not the fastest ever lap around Indianapolis because Arie Luyendyk was quicker at 236.9 miles per hour in 1996, but the run was not eligible for the pole. This one was eligible for the pole, and it was one more pole position, and it ties Rick Mears for most poles all time in the Indy 500.
Yep.
That man is awesome.
By the way, just to make a connection to the NASCAR series, some of you may have a reminder there. Casey Mears, who was the nephew of, or who is the nephew of Rick Mears. So this guy also raced NASCAR. Casey Mears just plopped into my head.
Rick Mears, Casey Mears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go on.
Please.
No. Please. You're the IndyCar one today. The Indy guy.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Really happy about it. Alex Palou qualified second at 233.499 miles per hour. 1-2 result for Ganassi, the team placed 4 cars in the fast 6.
Yeah.
Looks like Ganassi has quick cars at Indy.
There, wait. There. Do you think this is going to be a Ganassi-dominated race because they are so good? Or is there any domination in the Indy 500 left?
No, I don't think so.
Me neither.
I think it's so big. It's such a big event that you don't want to discount. You don't want to take anything for granted.
And I think there's no way of a domination in the Indy 500. The cars are too close together. The drivers are too close together. The qualifying speed also not represents the race pace. This is something completely different. And with a mileage, fuel saving, and stuff like this, and all the things that can happen during a race, the qualifying pace is one thing. The race is a complete different story.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I really love is that IndyCar is doing a fantastic job in making you feel this is a big deal.
Yeah.
It is. It's a fact. But they are communicating it very, very well. Exceptionally well. Rinus VK took the last spot in the front row for the second consecutive year, and the only non-Ganassi car on the front row for Ed Carpenter Racing. First rookie on track was Romain Grosjean in P9, Jimmy Johnson P12. Plenty of good things coming this weekend from IndyCar. Did you feel? Did you miss the bump day? Did you miss having more than 33 entries? Me, not at all.
No, I don't really care. To be honest, why should I be happy that somebody cannot race?
Exactly.
I don't know, but if it's there and it makes or it produces some excitement, okay, that's fine. If it's not, the excitement is still there. I don't miss it.
Absolutely. Oh, interesting. I was noticing first row, a guy from New Zealand, one from Spain, one from the Netherlands.
Where are the American guys?
Ed Carpenter is the first one, fourth place from Indianapolis, Indiana. Couldn't be more Indy 500 than this. Yeah, exactly. Then you have Sweden, Marcus Harrison, Brazil, Tony Kanaan, Mexico, Pato O'Ward, Sweden again, Felix Rosenquist, Switzerland, Romain Grosjean.
And that's why you European guys should watch more American racing.
Yes, and we're here for that.
Yeah.
By the way, Tokyo, Japan.
Takuma Sato.
Toowoomba, Australia, with power. And then Jimmy Johnson from El Cajon, California. So 2 Americans in the first 12 places. Guys, if you, I don't know if we're done with IndyCar, but if you have the chance, if you can, watch on Sunday a little bit of the pre-show.
Yeah.
The ceremonies and all the feeling. This is a bucket list event. One day, somehow, I'll be there and I'll experience this. It must be one of the best things ever in racing.
And what do you get after winning the race?
Milk.
But it depends.
What?
The driver's choice.
Oh, there's a driver's choice. I didn't know.
There's a driver's choice. Let me see if I can find it somewhere, because normally we have the interesting thing. Whole milk remains the popular choice by FTW Racing. We have the whole milk 25 drivers. 6 drivers want 2% milk. 1 driver, of course, Juan Pablo Montoya, wants chocolate milk. Graham Rahal, Colton Herta, and Devlin DeFrancesco noted they'd like chocolate, but they opted for whole milk. Okay, there's something else. I think there was also buttermilk, yes, at Carpenter and Felix Rosenquist. And I think, who was it with the strawberry milk? There was also something like this.
Nobody with soy milk?
I don't think so.
Ouch. I will do that. I will try.
Was it Helio with the strawberry milk? I really have to try to... Yes. The man who brought strawberry milk to Victory Lane. Yes, it was Helio Costaneves. I had it right in mind. Sorry for that, but I'm still completely destroyed after that Valencia race weekend. My thoughts, I have to really try to fix them.
Yes, still recovering somehow.
Somewhere.
By the way, eight past winners on the grid among the 33 drivers on Sunday. Watch it. If you can, watch it.
Okay.
Biggest spectacle in racing. Let's move on.
IMSA, Mid-Ohio.
Come on, IMSA man.
Yeah, it's an Acura track, and surprise, Acura won the DPI class with Ricky Taylor and Philippe Albuquerque in the Wayne Taylor Acura car. Maya Schenk Racing in second with Tom Blomqvist and Oliver Jarvis, so a 1-2 finish for Acura. I'm going to be very quick here. All Acura wins since 2018 in the IMSA series at Mid-Ohio. Cadillac has nothing to say there. This is an Acura track. Action Express, the Whelan car in third with Pipo Derani and Tristan Nunez. We had the LMP2 in action, Dragon Speed, the 81 won with Juan Pablo Montoya and Henrik Hedman. despite having a penalty for spinning the 11 PR1 Matthiasen's car. In the LMP3, we had Colin Brown and John Bennett winning with Core Autosport, and the Inception Racing McLaren won the GTD class with a late pass by Jordan Pepper against Bill Oberlin, and John Pepper, he shared the car with Brandon Iripe. We checked it before the show. Iripe, I think, was it?
Iribe.
I'm sorry for that. Sometimes the I and the E, you can shuffle it somehow, and just it could be Iribe, it could be Iribe. I think it was right.
That guy.
If not, let us know, please.
Yes.
We also have some news. Lamborghini is ready to develop an LMDH car for 2024. So another manufacturer there for the new golden era of prototype racing in IMSA and the WEC. And you have something from the prototype challenge, right?
From the prototype challenge, yes. Memo Guiglia returned to victory lane in prototype challenge. Man, Memo Guiglia, he has a beautiful story. This is a beautiful story. The reason is not so beautiful. If you look for it on YouTube, just be ready, because it's a scary crash. He had a bad crash in 2014, basically hitting with his Daytona prototype full speed an almost standing Ferrari of Matteo Malucelli at Daytona. He had a bad crash, and it took him years, bad injuries, and it took him years to recover. But he came back. Memo, congratulations. It's beautiful to see so much dedication and such a strong will. Congratulations. A little less congratulations to IMSA, because I still can't find championship standings, man. Fix the website, guys. Fix it. Thank you.
Yep. NHRA Virginia.
NHRA.
I give you 5 minutes.
Really?
Okay, 10.
Sum everything in 20 seconds, if you want.
Faster than the races.
No, I'm summing up the times of the races, of the finals. 20 seconds, no more. But anyways, Brittany Force won in Top Fuel against Steve Torrence. Steve Torrence is always the clear favorite, is the the best Top Fuel drivers in recent years. He got beat by Brittany Force. Brittany won by 2 meters. And Torrence was 4-2 against Brittany in final rounds. Brittany managed to win the third Wally of the season, and he went up to plus 81 on Torrence in points. Mike Salinas is third on 84 points behind Brittany Force. In Funny Car, it was Robert Hight to win again, third win of the season for John Force Racing. So again, good weekend for John Force Racing. Brittany Force also, of course, races for the team. In Funny Car, Robert Hight beat Matt Hagan in the final. They were 19-19 against each other, but Hight has 7 wins against 3 in final rounds, so he added 1 more. But Hagan managed to defend a 15 points lead on Robert Hight. The season is going to the central part where they make up the bulk of their points, and then the goal starts to be entering the playoff time. Ron Capps is at minus 112. Very interesting race in the Pro Stock motorcycle category. First win of the season for 5-time champion and the clear favorite of 2022, 2021, 2020. Well, the clear favorite of all recent years, Matt Smith. He beat Steve Johnson in the final with a huge all-shot start. And when I say huge in drag racing, it means 48 thousandths of a second reaction time against 110 thousandths of a second. So huge. It's less than 1/10 of a second. Better reaction time for Matt Smith. Steve Johnson made it up along the way, but couldn't beat Smith. The margin of victory was 0.0066 seconds. I don't even know how to say it in English. Just slightly more than 6 thousandths of a second. Approximately 58 centimeters.
Amazing. Amazing stuff.
Unbelievable. Steve Johnson still leads the points ahead of Karen Stoffer by 50 points. Eddie Krawick is third at minus 114. That's it.
Yeah.
Did I make it?
Yeah, you made it. Next race?
Next race, I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah.
Just let me double check so we can talk about this weekend. Where we are this weekend, final weekend of May. Charlotte for NASCAR, Indy 500 for Indycar, Monaco GP for Formula One. So the biggest weekend in racing returns. MotoGP is in Italy. And we have nothing for NHRA. NHRA next week at Epping for another race of the regular season. While, yes, on May 3 to 5.
All right. May 3 to 5? Right. Wait. June.
Sorry, June 3 to 5. Yeah, I'm still recovering from Valencia, man. And we have Brand Such coming.
And my colleague already invented time traveling. Nice.
I would very much like to.
Oh, yeah. What I would like to have is extended daytimes. So a day is longer than 24 hours. That would be nice.
Yeah, at least I could sleep some.
Yeah. You said it. We are back at the track ourselves at June 11-12 for the American Speedfest at Brands Hatch in the United Kingdom, close to London, for the NASCAR Wheel and Use Series rounds. They are a very popular event with thousands, 10,000s of people traveling to the track. UK guys always going crazy about motorsports. I'm really looking forward to that one. And we will be back, hopefully. We will be back next week for the updates. We had the Coke, you said it, Coke 600 Charlotte, Indy 500. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Two big races coming up. And we stayed under 1 hour for that really packed episode. And I think let's close it. Let's close it. It's a chapter. It's a wrap.
Yes, apologies for the absence again. Like, comment, subscribe, join us, share your thoughts with us. We're going to talk about racing, American racing again next week.
Goodbye.